All right, good day, my friends. Whenever you might be checking out this video, I wasn't able to do a show this morning, but I had so many thoughts, including some real thoughts about a video that's been circulating, and I want to get your thoughts about. Or really, what I want to give you some straight thoughts about this. Have you seen a video of these black children? They appear to be after just doing a little bit of homework, it looks like they're in the north side of Minneapolis. Anybody ever been to the north side of Minneapolis? If you have, then let me know in the comment section. I'm going to play this video for you, and then I'm going to give you some straight superlative flows on it, some super straight talk, and then I got to make a move. Got somewhere to be in about 30 minutes, but I have enough time just to get a few flows in. Again, I wasn't with you this morning, but I want to talk. I planned on talking about this. I want to throw it in right here. Probably the only time I'll get to do it today. But stop the fake outrage if you don't really care about black children. I was reading some of the comments where this particular video was posted. Absolutely reprehensible. I'm going to play the video in case you haven't seen it before, and I'm going to give you some straight flows on it real quick. Check this out. If you missed this, check this out.
Homecoming face
Now this is, look at these little kids. These babies, these is babies walking around the street barefoot with diapers blazing. I mean, these is babies, can barely formulate. And as you can see, they're hurling a lot of like curse words and just a lot of just like raw energy toward these officers. And it looks like there's some black officers there as well. Have you seen this video? Somebody sent this to me, and I want you to check this out. Have you seen this? Check this out, man.
I'm frying his ass. His deep fried Oreo head ass.
Now listen, first I want to say shout out to those officers, because those officers handled it in the right way. You're dealing with babies, so they just laugh. They probably was heartbroken on some levels to see that type of like response from young children, like babies. But from this little small clip, and I've searched all over the internet, it's pretty much, this is the clip that's pretty much out there. It doesn't really show you a whole lot. What up, Daryl? I think that it's in the north side of Minnesota. North side of Minnesota. I believe that's where it's coming from. And people have been outraged about this. I was looking at some of the comments, man, and people are saying the most reprehensible things. Some of the stuff is obvious. Like, people are saying stuff like, well, they learned this. Where exactly, Cam? Where's the parents? That's exactly what I've been hearing. Where's the parents? Where's the parents? And I think that's fair. That's definitely fair. Where are the parents? Where's the mama? Where's the daddy? This is the same old stuff that we do when these kind of videos come up. You know what I'm saying? We love to critique the actions of black folks, right? What would the media do without us? And I can understand why people are outraged, but I do have maybe a slight different flow than maybe what you're thinking, or maybe what you might have read or heard somewhere else. But let me get a couple things out the way here. So number one, when people say, well, this is learned behavior, well, no ish, Sherlock. We know that. Obviously so. Everybody who's ever had a child will tell you that when a child does something away from the home, they more than likely did it at home first. People that work in schools, and I was one of them, they already know when a kid come to school and act out, we start looking at the mama and we look at the daddy. We look at the parents. So obviously this is learned behavior, but I'd like to get your thoughts about this. Like, what is your reaction? But I also want to like caution people, man, because stories like this is when that elitism inside the black community starts to show itself. You know what I'm saying? Stories like this, and I've seen it many times before, is when people will say, oh, I would never. I was raised better than that. My mama would have. My daddy would have. And I think those are very natural reactions, but ultimately, I'm not sure how useful it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to judge somebody else in the way they raise their kids. It's really, really sad. Um, I'll say it again. Everybody ain't meant to be a parent. Not everybody's meant to be a parent. They may have the ability to reproduce, but it don't mean they have the skills to be a good role model to a kid for 18 years once the kid is born. I'll just put that to the side because I know we might have some, pro-life people in the audience, or people might hear this or see this video and be like, where they mama and daddy at? And I get it. But what I would also say is, I wonder why. I wonder what's behind this. Like, I wonder what these children have seen and heard in their households that would make them react to police like this, right? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? And is it valid? So, for instance, do we think that it's valid for Black people to have a fear of, and in some cases, just don't want to deal with police at all? Do we think that's valid? Because I would say that's valid. I would say, looking at the news, and then people have different interactions with police. I've had my own interaction with police. I can totally understand how somebody's view of police can be soured because of the things that they see police doing in the media. I can definitely see that. Can you see that? Am I off base with this? And if that's true, and kids are just watching what their parents are saying and doing in the household, well, that explains it. I think it's sad. I think it's sad commentary. And I think there's two ways of looking at it. On one level, you're going to have folks that's going to say, well, it's the mother and the father. We get that. We got that. But I think, taking a view from stepping it back, this is it just underscores the bad relationship between the people in that neighborhood and law enforcement that patrols that neighborhood. Now, I don't live in Minnesota, so I can't speak to the history of Black folks in that particular neighborhood and law enforcement. But just when you got babies that's saying that, it's sad. It's very sad, but it's sad because what it shows you is that wherever this neighborhood is, they got a bad relationship and a bad history with the police department there. Now, who's to blame for that? We can go back and forth on that, but I'm just saying that's what's sad, is that these are children. Now, everybody raise their kids differently and say different things when in the presence of their kids and all that kind of stuff. But it's just a really sad It's a really, really sad commentary. And man, I was reading some of these comments, man, and people was like, that's what niggers do. I'm like, here we go. It's the single Black female. We want to blame the single Black female, but we don't want to put any responsibility on the father at all. This just underscores another thing two things that I wanted to leave you with before we roll out of here, because I only have a short amount of time. One, everybody ain't fit to be a parent. That's it. We already know that, though. That's why people like me are pro-choice, because there's some women out there that already know I ain't ready. So I don't want to force you to do something that's going to lead to, a lifetime worth of pain on some individual because you're just not ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, our ability to procreate develops faster than our brains. And it seems like some people never develop. It is what it is. But then secondly, like I said, what the hell is going on in this neighborhood? Daryl writes, if you said this happened in Minneapolis, then we all have the police all have a bad reputation, i.e. George Floyd. Exactly. So that's what I see. Like, some people are going to look at this and see, look at us. These are the elitists in our community. They're gonna look at this and say, "Oh, they making us look bad." I'm so over that whole "they making us look bad" ish. I'm so over that. Where's the mama? You gonna hear that? But again, the saddest thing is what this video shows us is they got a bad relationship in wherever this neighborhood is. Wherever this neighborhood is, they got a bad relationship. And you're going to have a lot of people that's going to come out with a lot of critiques of these kids and these families, but ain't willing to do a damn thing for them. Ain't willing. Oh, my mother would have did this. My father would have did. Oh, we would have never. Oh, that's this generation. It's the music. None of that is useful. None of that solves the problem. None of that means anything. It's just more of that division in our community where I'm better because we don't do. Yeah, I know we may not have, but at least we got morals, please. Number three, these are children. These little bitty babies recreating what they seen probably from their big brothers or their fathers or somebody in their life. They picked it up somewhere, TV, who knows? These are children, man. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to define our culture and what we are as Black Americans by the lowest common denominator. I just refuse to do that. Now, other people may. We'll see. Lawrence writes, adoption is always an option. We'll get to that another day, man. I don't know. Dale writes, other question is, why are those kids outside in just underwear? So this could be domestic violence call. I've seen kids outside in underwear before. Come on now. We didn't all seen that. But like, again, we love to look into the hood and look down. They're not as good as us. What up, betting public sports show? They never show the underbelly of morality of the morally degenerate white community. Whoa, boy. Chris writes, Lord, what did I miss? This video. Have you seen this? I'll play it again. It's only like 30 seconds long. Hold on, I'll play it for you real quick. And then I got to make a move. I just had time for about 10 minutes with you real quick. Check this out. That's sad. I mean, again, if you're a Black police officer, I wonder how you feel about this. You know what I'm saying? Janice writes, they were probably running through the water hose. Could have been. Yeah. I mean, come on. People act like, oh, out here with diapers on. Where you been living at? You ain't never seen that before? Where you been living? You must have been living privileged. You ain't never seen that before. Please stop it. Please stop it. Good afternoon to you. Again, got to make a move, so I'm not with you for a whole lot of time. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on that video. Number one question is, my number one issue is why? Let's get to the root of it. Like, why are these children responding to that's a Black officer? It's a sad commentary about the relationship between the police and that particular neighborhood. Now, do I blame the police? I'm all about some personal, responsibility type ish. However, what I would say is, in general, all over the country, if Black people, if non-white people, even white people have an issue with police because of experiences or what they've seen in media, that's valid. And I think on some levels, the police got to be aware of this and work even harder to gain back that trust. They ain't got no trust in it. When the baby's cussing you out, it's sad. But again, I don't know enough about that part of the world to really give you, some deep insights on it. That's all I got, folks. Have a good rest of your day. I'll holler at you. We'll talk tomorrow morning, bright and early. Until next time, I'm Nate Ivy. I'm out. Have a